Hello everybody, Happy New Year, it's 2022, whoop whoop. Did you have a nice New Year's? I hope you did, and I hope 2022 brings you everything you hope and dream and desire from me to you. I had a very quiet New Year's Eve. I stayed home and watched television. I did see In Midnight, but that was my New Year's Eve. Not that exciting, but I don't mind. It's so damn hot. So during these readings today, you will be hearing my air conditioner in the background, and I am sorry about that, but it is too hot to turn it off while I'm doing the reading. For anyone who might be listening on another part of the world, we are 40 degrees Celsius for 3 days in a row now, so it's just too damn hot for anything. If you like watching my videos, I would really love if you would like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want to get that going in 2022, get it moving, get some more subscribers, and the more subscribers I get, the more I'll probably post more of these cards and uploads, rather than I've cut back a bit because I got busy. I got really busy at the end of 2021. After we came out of lockdown, I got busy and I couldn't do as many of these type of videos as I wanted to. I'll certainly make an effort to fit those in somewhere I'll fit them in. Anyway, that would be great. Thank you so much. So I thought we might have a bit of a sneak peek today on what's coming for us in 2022. So we're going to go pick a card, and we're using The Universe Has Your Back deck. So go and pick a card now, and we shall start the readings. See you in a moment. Okay, 5 cards today, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Take a moment to choose your card, and I'll see you for the reading. Hello to everyone who chose card number 1, and it says, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. True, very true. That's the law of attraction. What we give off, we get back. So, and it's really interesting because I think this is going to make a lot of sense when you see, or when you hear what I have to say about this spread for 2022 for you. So I'm starting out 2022 a little bit down in the dumps, card number 1, and I feel like you want to do some things, like you want to get going and you want to move and you want to do things, but you feel like you're being held back a little bit, like there's things that are holding you back from moving forward towards your dreams, and I feel like you might be rushing it a little bit. If there's anything I want to say to you about the start of the year, or the first 3 to 4 months of the year, is to perhaps don't worry so much about things and don't push too hard for what you want, because it is coming. It just is going to take a little bit of a time to manifest the things that you want. Now, what are these things that you want? I think that I've got some housing issues going on here. So are you moving, relocating, just moving house, changing of address, something like that? And there is a lot of money things going on around this too. So maybe what's holding you up with that is that you have to save a little bit, and you're kind of getting impatient around all of that. Look, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just we have to wait. This situation is going to drag out for some time. So if you're looking for housing, moving, holidaying, anything like that, there's a lot of stress and worry around that for you, and it gets kind of overwhelming by the time I get to the middle of the year. There's a few people coming into play here, so I'm wondering if you're sharing a house with people that you don't want to, or you know, something along those lines, and you might feel like you want to move out, you feel a bit trapped, or your house is just so small and you've outgrown it and you just want a bigger home, you know, things along those lines, because there's a lot of worry about that too. Now, mid-year, there is a child or a new person or something new coming into your family. Now, I'm going to say child, but I'm also going to cover that by saying maybe you're going to get a pet, like a cat or a dog or something like that. There's a new member coming into your family right in the middle of the year, and that's quite nice for you too. But I've also got, card number 1. I just feel like you're very impatient this year. There's a lot of frustration in 2022 for you. What I want to tell you is there are big changes coming for you, because I've got the Hanged Man in your spread here, and the Hanged Man means your life is going to change, be turned upside down. but all the changes, it's almost like the whole year is going to be taken up by these changes, and that's probably why I'm seeing you being worried and frustrated all the way along the whole year. Don't get me wrong, by the time I get to the end of the year, I've got a lot of peace and calm. Just you sitting back and relaxed and feeling at peace and a bit more tranquil by the end of the year, but it looks like you're just fighting your way through the year. So I guess the message when I look at this first card that we got, that what you focus on is what you will manifest. If you're focusing on frustration, if you're focusing on a shortness of funds to do the things that you want to do, if you're focusing on this troublesome person that I'm about to talk about in a moment, that will amplify, and that person will get even more troublesome. So it might be worthwhile to make this year much easier for you, is probably not focus on the things that are bringing you negativity, but the things that you are thankful for and grateful for in your life. Yes, I know it's easy for me to say that, and sometimes it's much harder to do. But I'm getting down to a point here where in the last part of 2022, I've got some issues here around a person coming into your life, and I've got the legal card around this as well. So this could be something that's unjust or something that's unfair that's happening around you, and this is a person that's very strong, someone who's very strong and has a harsh tongue and can sort of backstab people, and that's coming to a head in the last half of 2022. The good news is, even while I see that being quite a point of stress for you, I do see that evening out. So when this comes to a head with this person, that's when your things are going to change dramatically, and then I see peace. So I'm wondering, card number one, if this person is floating around the whole year, causing some issues, some interruptions, just getting you off track. And once you decide to remove yourself from that situation, things seem a lot calmer. So that means I'm probably going to suggest you look at the people around you and weed out the ones that aren't there for your highest good. So who around you might be bringing you down, or it's always got something negative to say, or always disagreeing with you, or you know, those sort of people. Maybe it's time to just step back from them a little bit in 2022 and sort that out. Who do you want to spend 2022 with? Because what I see here is a lot of frustration, a lot of feeling trapped, a lot of waiting for things to change. Whereas if you take your own steps now, card number one, we might be able to avoid this overwhelm and frustration that seems to be happening all the way through 2022. Also, other things in here are around learning or studying. So if you're going to do something around learning, studying around your work or career, that will probably come into play as well towards the end of 2022 or the second half of 2022. Also, other nice things, I know I'm sort of focusing on some negative things, but other things are going on a trip in the first probably 3 to 4 months of 2022 is going to be something that, even though it looks like it's a lot of money to have this trip, I feel like it's going to be worthwhile because you kind of need to get away from the existing situation that you're in. So overall, card number one, you know, it looks like a bit of a frustrating year for you. I mean, it has got highlights and things through it. I wonder if we can change the vibe of this reading, because nothing's carved in stone, and make this a bit more of a peaceful year for you by focusing on the good things and not on the things that are seemingly dragging you down, because they're not that bad, the things that are dragging you down. You're just getting caught up in the details of things. I see you at the end of the year being in a place of peace and harmony and tranquility, and I really love that you're getting there. I'd prefer it to be sooner, absolutely, and we can change that. Like I said, nothing is carved in stone. We can change that just with a shift on our focus. As this card says, what I focus on comes back to me. So focus on the good stuff, and the good stuff will come to you. Okay, thanks for listening, and have a happy 2022, card number one. See you later. Hello to all the people who chose card number two, and the card says, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Absolutely true. I hope my neighbours have just started playing really loud music, so I hope you can't hear that as well as my air conditioner. Sorry. Okay, card number two. let's get started, because there are some fun times here for you. There's some low ones, but there's actually some really good ones as well. You are starting out 2022 absolutely exhausted, but I feel like you've got this thing in your mind where you know that already, and so you're beginning the year with this mindset of, I'm going to change this, and I'm going to make this different so that I'm not so tired and I'm not working so hard. Because I feel like you've been in a situation around a workspace, because I've got my Seven of Pentacles of my Five of Swords here together, which suggests to me that you've been caught in some sort of work situation where you're being bullied, or a situation around housing or something like that where you've been bullied, and you're going to make some changes around that. And I really like that for you, because when we're getting bullied or controlled is a better word, if you don't like the word bullied, it's just people controlling you and sort of getting you to do things that you don't want to do, and you start behaving in ways you don't want to behave, that kind of thing, and you are losing a bit of sleep over that. So I have a lot of cards here that are suggesting to me that you're going to make changes and walk away from that situation. So I've got the Hanged Man and the Ace of Rods. So the Hanged Man means we're going to make a lot of changes, and the Ace of Rods is running towards our dreams and hopes and desires, you know, with childlike abandon and just going for it, which I love. I love. What I love too is that I'm seeing that right at the beginning of the year. You're not waiting until the end of the year to do it, which is really, really good. So you must have already recognized that that's how your life looks right now, and you're thinking, no, I've got to do something. And the start of the year, even though it's just another day really, it does make us feel different about things. Like for the following year, you know, all our resolutions, I don't generally make those, but anyway, because I don't do them. Now, the changes are, I've got lots of rods in here, so they're my fiery ones. They're like my fire signs. So if you're a fire sign, this is going to be a really strong year for you. And if you're not a fire sign, then you are going to be more fired up about going towards your dreams and moving forward, and like, no one's going to stop me this year. I'm going to get what I want, and I don't care what anyone says. No one's going to hold me back anymore. I'm just going to go for it. And I bloody love this. I absolutely love it. There seems to be a situation happening in towards the middle to the end of 2022. I don't know, there's sort of a gathering here with my Justice card, so it could be a wedding or something like that, and it seems to be some sort of turning point around that. Whether it's your wedding or somebody else's wedding, it doesn't really matter to me. That just looks like a time marker. So I'm probably heading towards September-ish, something like that, where I see big changes coming around this event. So if it's your wedding, then maybe you're making changes moving forward after you get married. Or if there is a wedding coming up in your life, a friend or a family member or something, and you're going to an event, it could be a big birthday party as well, but there is legal papers and documents. So, you know, something like a wedding, or what else? Christenings have legal documents. Funerals also have legal documents, so something like that. Even though it's quite dramatic, the changes you make after that, all of a sudden everything changes. Like, everything changes. It's unbelievable. Like, even though I see you wanting those changes and heading towards those changes, it's like around September-ish is when you actually end up manifesting everything that you've hoped for. And it's just, I just love it. Like, I have got some bloody great cards in here. This is the start of the year. I've got the Fool and the Ace of Rods. So, new beginnings, trusting your gut, taking a leap of faith. That is very important. We've got to trust our intuition and take a leap of faith and go towards what we want to do without really knowing how it's going to end. A bit scary, but you've got this. So I trust you, and you've got this. The other cards after this sort of legal thing that happens towards the end of the year is my Page of Cups, peace, my Empress, abundance in all areas of your life, judgment, coming out of the dark and into the light. Really nice cards. I love these for you. I just need for you to plan a little bit more about the finances around that situation. that's all that I require from you around that, is to make more plans around how you're going to pull it all off. So I know in one point I'm just saying take a leap of faith and do it, and then I'm saying have a bit of planning around it, so we can sort of do both things. So we've got to have a bit of an idea what's going on. But overall 2022, I feel like card number 2, you kind of got to the end of your rope when it comes to being pushed around or bullied or spoken to badly, or you've just kind of had it up to here. And 2022 is when you're going to say, fuck it, this is my year, I'm going to do whatever I bloody well want, and I don't care what anyone thinks. And that is exactly how it's going to go down, and you are going to be surprised at what you're going to manifest in 2022. So we're going to go back to this card about the universe works fast when you're having fun. So really enjoy those fun times, make those changes, embrace all the changes. Don't lose too much sleep over the changes, because you are losing a little bit of sleep here as well around the changes. But I think if you just look at that as a side effect of making changes in your life, that you are probably going to lose some sleep and think about it a bit, because who wouldn't? So don't then overthink because you're worrying a lot. I don't want you to overthink and then get yourself all confused about it, because I like the direction you're heading in 2022. I really like it. Keep going, trust your gut, take a leap of faith, leave all this disharmony behind, and you do you this year. You're going to be just fine. Okay, thanks for listening. See you later. Okay, card number 3. Let's see what's happening for 2022. This is the card, my vibes speak louder than my words. Interesting. Very true. We all know that. We can pretend we're happy, but people always pick up if we're not. Card number 3, it's a huge year for you, card number 3. I'm excited for you. I'm excited. I have love, long-term friendships. I've got victories. I've got new beginnings. I'm a bit excited because the start of 2022 sees you being a bit of a hermit, and you're just going around and around and around on your wheel, wondering what you're going to do with yourself. Like, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm on this wheel, how do I get off it? And then boom, out of the blue, we're going to meet the person of our dreams. Now, if you're already in the relationship, it just means something big is going to happen in your relationship that brings you a lot closer together, like a really nice vibe coming in here for you. But singles, very happy. I've got to say, I'm extremely happy with what I'm seeing here. So the hermit days will be over very quickly, because after that's my tower, and then is my lovers, baby, my lovers. So that is my long-term romance. So get yourself ready for that. Touching that too is my 3 of Cups. So if you're single, this could be that you're out and about just with your friends, having a night out and having a few drinks and celebrating, or just catching up, and you meet the person of your dreams. How nice is that? So, and then after that, you're a bit tired. We won't talk about that, because we might know why you're tired after you meet someone new. So that is interesting. I've also got a lot of victories around it too. So I love this. I love the start of 2022 for you. Now, because these changes are quite huge, like I'm talking about it very happy and everything like that, but they are big, big changes. So you're going to have to make some adjustments. You have been a hermit for a while, so when this person comes into your life, you're going to have to embrace the changes that come, because they are big changes. As I said, the tower is in there. So this is big, big stuff. Try not to get too caught up in your own little routine that might get disturbed if someone comes into your life, or things like that, because it is interesting when you've been single or a hermit for a while and a new person comes in and everything changes up, and sometimes that can be a bit challenging for us. But I feel like you will get through that stage. It's just a little bit of an adjustment period. But I just love it so much, because the people that I've got coming into your spread. So if you're a female, The man coming into your spread is a pentacle, so my earth signs, my Knight of Pentacles. So he's kind of one of my favourite blokes in the deck, to be honest, and I say this to a lot of people when I have readings when he comes up. The reason being, they're very laid back, they're very easygoing. They've got this vibe when you're around them that's very calm and peaceful, so you feel quite relaxed when you're around them. You don't feel any sort of pressure to be, you know, perfect or pretty or any of those things. It's just that nice vibe, and you can have that easy flow of conversation around my pentacles as well. So I love that about them. Look, they have got a downside too. They're a bit slack. You know, they're so laid back, sometimes they can fall into a bit of laziness. But, you know, a small price to pay. Now, if you're a man watching this reading, I have my Nine of Pentacles here. She is a girl or a woman who has actually got everything she wants. She doesn't actually need you. So that is a good thing, because she's not grabbing onto you for some sort of need or hope or desire that you need to fulfill for her. She's actually got a life that's quite full already, and that's really nice, because then you're coming together because she wants to have you in her life, not because she thinks she needs you. And I really like the vibe I've got around that too. So really nice connection here between these two people. Love, love, love it. Now, there's not much bad to say about 2022 for you, card number 3. So if you've picked card number 3, I'm pretty stoked. Towards the end of 2022, I have arguments coming in here with a man of authority. So it could be, look, it could be a husband, it could be a father, it could be your boss, and then a situation is ending. So if this is my King of Pentacles and I've got the Seven of Swords and then my Death card around it, then I'm probably more going to go towards a work situation, which means, look, it's not great that there's my aggressive energy card sitting there, my Seven of Rods. It is an aggressive kind of card, but you know, the Death card means that this ending is supposed to happen. It's a natural ending, so it's run its course. This situation has run its course. Now, as a work situation, I don't mind, because what happens is a new opportunity opens up to you directly after this ending. And oh my goodness, I've got the Ace of Pentacles and Strength. So you are just going to be kicking goals. You're going to look back at those people you used to work for and say, well, I don't need you, mate, because look what I've got now, and I'm doing so much better without you, you know. And we can look at them and go, yep, that was a great thing that happened. Even though it looks a little bit traumatic, you are going to be so glad that that happened. Very strong ending for 2022 for you, card number 3. We're ending on Strength and Ace of Pentacles. So you know what, love this. You found your pot of gold, you found your strength. I've also got the relationship in here for you. 2022 is changing you from being on the wheel and a hermit into a person who has making great big changes and ending up with strength. So lots of changes, but fantastic changes and big changes for you, card number 3. I'm very happy for you. Oh my gosh, enjoy that so much. Just enjoy it. So get those vibes going, get the love vibes happening, card number 3. It's all coming to you. Okay, thanks for listening, and I will see you another time. Bye bye. Hello to everyone who chose card number 4, and it says, obstacles are detours in the right direction. Love that. Love that. Isn't that interesting? Because I'm going to just show you this card, because this is the Two of Rods. You don't know what direction you're going in. Curious. So let's have a look at what this year looks like for you, card number 4. And I have to tell you, it looks pretty damn good. So we've got a strong start and a strong finish. We're a little bit all over the place in the middle, but you're going to make it. You're going to be absolutely fine. So I'm starting out 2022 with the Chariot and the Star. Very strong major cards here. So it's almost like you've made some plans. Maybe you've already made your plans for 2022, and this is you setting off, ready to conquer the world. You know, the Chariot, riding off into the sunset, conquering the world, and the Star. Like, great cards. So this suggests to me that you're probably, and because I've got the Six of Swords here too, I feel like you're probably going to be doing some traveling, and there is the Three of Rods as well. So have you got some travels in mind? I love the fact that I've got you going to ocean, I've got you going to mountain. I love the vibe I've got around all this travel, but you are also quite stressed out around the travel as well, and you are wearing yourself out a bit much. So whilst I love all this stuff that's going on, I feel like you're going to wear yourself out just a little bit. So perhaps you've got to listen to your body and take note of what it's telling you, because if you push yourself a bit too hard here, you might end up a little bit unwell and a bit fatigued. And when we get fatigued, that's when we don't know what to do with ourselves, and we sit at a crossroads and wondering what we're doing, because it's very difficult to make decisions when we're really, really tired. And I feel like that's it for you. Now, if you're not traveling, this could be maybe your work, you travel a lot, or you've got some plans to go on holidays, and with the climate the way it is now around the country and the world, maybe you're not able to go where you think you want to go. Anyway, that's just the first probably 3 months of 2022. Now, as I get into the middle of 2022 and towards the end of 22, things take a dramatic turn in your love life. Dramatic. So I've got a nice little romance coming in the middle of the year, and this does look like one that causes you a little bit of confusion for some reason. So I've got you confused about this. So, and it looks like something that maybe has to be kept quiet. So there's many reasons why we might keep a relationship quiet. It could be because it could be a work thing. It could be because you've got children and you can't tell them yet. It could be any sort of situation that you just sort of need it to be kept on the down low. I'm okay with that though. I feel like even though you seem confused about that to begin with, please don't miss this opportunity, because as well as my Two of Cups, which is my romance, new romance, hidden romance type of thing, I have the Lovers card touching it. So this new romance is turning into long term, and that is what I want to see when I'm talking about romance. I want to see it turning into long term. Now, don't get scared, but there also is babies and pregnancies in here too. So those of you who are single and looking to find someone and settle down and have babies, 2022 is your year. It is your year, because I also have the World at your feet. I've also got the Ace of Pentacles, and as the cards read through with this relationship and everything else, we're meeting, we're settling down, we're getting pregnant, Ace of Pentacles, probably building a house, World at our feet, and we're ending the year in victory. So, like, card number 4. This is pretty dang good. Downside of 2022 for you, card number 4, is watching your stress and your mental health and that thing that's going on in your back, because you've got some pain, physical pain coming into your body. If it's not your back, there's going to be some sharp pains in your body, and it's a physical thing. And I've got the Moon and the Ten of Swords sitting there together. So basically your mental health is also affecting your physical health. So it's time, you know, things are going so well for you, and yet you seem to not be understanding as you're going through 2022 how good it is. So maybe it's time to just realize that what's happening is good stuff, and it is actually just good stuff, not waiting for another shoe to drop or waiting for something bad to happen. Just accepting the good things as they come and running towards those things, rather than sitting there wondering, oh my gosh, I don't know, this is really good, should I actually do it? You know how we do that thing where something seems too good to be true, so then we start questioning everything. Please don't do that. I have got so many great, strong, major cards in this spread, card number 4, and I don't want you to miss all these great things. The only thing going against you is, can you keep up with 2022, basically? Can you keep up with everything? Because there's a lot going on, and I feel like this is going to be a big year for you when it comes to romance and love and settling down and building a house and having, you know, babies and all this stuff. So I guess in a 12-month period, that is a lot, but it's good. It's good. Don't be negative. Stop being negative. Don't be grumpy. Don't be negative about anything. I really like this for you. It's a phenomenal end to 2022 for you. Like, really, the Lovers, the World, victories, and the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know if I can think of a stronger way to end a year for someone. It's just so fantastic. So card number 4, look after your sleeping habits. Make sure you are keeping an eye on your own body and listening to your body and what it's telling you so that you don't get sick. If there's any pain, get it seen to, because this is a really good year for you, and I don't want you to be distracted by stress and ill health or worry, things like that. Anyway, so thank you for listening, card number 4, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello there, card number 5. Welcome to your reading. I hope you can hear me okay. On top of the air conditioner going, my neighbours now have music going. I hope you can't hear it. Anyway, let's get to the reading. Card number 5 says, my fearless freedom lights up the world. Oh, well, look at that. Fearless freedom. Okay. This is actually a really good spread too. Okay, your fearless freedom. Card number 5, you're starting out the year with a romance. Very nice. We like that. And also some travel and also some work stuff going on. Now, the romance and the travel I like. The work stuff I'm not that keen on, to be honest. Are you working somewhere where it's unfair, you're not getting paid, you're overworked, all that jazz? Because I'm not really liking your workplace situation. Everywhere, every other area of your life here looks pretty damn good. But your work, something's not vibing with me with your work. So, there is another offer coming in around that. I'm curious to know if you're going to take the leap of faith and make a change. I don't know. Oh no, hang on, I have. There's the Fool. You have got the Fool, so you are. All right. That's the card I was looking for, because it looks like you're waiting or you're a bit scared to make changes, and it's just that you need that push, that leap, to take that leap of faith, and then the Fool is in here, so you will do that. All right, so let's get back to the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year, as I said, starts out with romance, which I really, really like, and also the Chariot, amazing. And then I've got the work stuff popping in here too. But with the romance, I wonder if it's someone that doesn't live directly near you, because the Chariot's there, so there could be a bit of a drive or a bit of a distance. Or is one of you thinking of moving and you've got to make this sort of compromise? Because I do have a relocation coming up for you in the middle of 2022, and I'm wondering if that relocation is because of the romance or because of the job offer, because it's sort of all mushed in together and I can't really tell. What I would suggest is don't wait. It looks like you dilly-dally a bit about this. I've got the 8 of Rods, and I have the 8 of Cups, and I have the Page of Rods. So this to me suggests that an offer's coming in, and it's around housing and work and relocation, and then, but you're still waiting. Like, what are you waiting for? It looks like we've got a whole heap of new beginnings coming here, and I would prefer for you to just go for it. Like, once you take a leap of faith and go for it, I've got my Page of Cups coming in here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Don't dilly-dally. Card number 5. We want you to go for it. The fearless freedom, that card. We need to have fearless freedom. Maybe that's what this is about, me telling you that you have to be fearless and go for what you want and feel free in everything that you're doing and loosen up a little bit. Because there's a lot of stuff going on in here that is so fantastic. Now, after you take this leap of faith and everything happens, I've got lots of celebrations. I would suggest card number 5 that you're one of those people that when you do something, you give it 110%, because I've got a lot of celebrations at the end of the year, but I've also got the Devil card in here. So that suggests to me that, are you one of those people that, like I said, you do something and you do it 110%, which means that can be detrimental to you because you're overdoing it and you push yourself just past your limits a little bit all the time. Maybe people take advantage of you in a workplace, and because they think, oh, you know, card number 5 will do that, so we'll just ask them to do it. We don't have to do it because they will do it because they're good at that sort of thing. No, they can fuck off. So as I get to the last part of 2022, after you've made these changes, there's all new beginnings around this. So you're going to have to prepare for all the new beginnings that come in the last part of 2022. So I'm going towards August, towards the end of the year. I've got lots of changes coming in, relocations coming in, all of your hopes and dreams and desires coming to fruition, celebrations, and you're almost finishing up the year. I've got my 9 of Cups and the Devil. Like, this is quite a celebratory card, like getting together with people. And the Devil card means, are you overdoing it with the partying? Are you overdoing it with the catching up? Are you having too much fun and drinking a lot of alcohol and, I don't know, something like that? The other side of that is, are you just overdoing it in general and wearing yourself out? Even though I don't see you being overly tired, this hits right at the end of 2022. So maybe what I'm seeing here, we've got new romance, we've got relocation, change of job. You know, there's a lot of big things happening in 2022 for you, card number 5. And maybe the Devil is just meaning that the year might catch up to you a little bit and you might find yourself feeling a little bit drained by the end of the year, because there's all the changes here are major. They're not little tweaks going on here, like they're big changes. With the romance, I think we're just going to go with the flow with the romance. Let that come in and see what happens. I'm not completely committed to that person at this point. We may be as we go through next year, but I'm just seeing that really nice romance coming in here. The work situation, I'm not overly happy, but I do see big changes coming for that too. Movement, lots and lots of movement for you, card number 5. So around work and residence, all the stuff. And then ending the year pretty happy, partying pretty hard and enjoying all the fruits of your labor for 2022. So I like this for you, card number 5. I really do. I don't really have anything bad to say. There's nothing, it's just the job situation, I think, that's sort of pulling you down. And once you get past that, you're going, you're off, conquering the world type of situation. So I really like that for you. So thank you for listening, card number 5, and have a great year, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.